The first 10 minutes of your morning are more powerful than most people realize. They are not just the beginning of your day. They are the foundation of everything that follows. Before the world starts making demands, before notifications compete for your attention, before stress begins to build, you have a small window to decide who you are going to be. Most people waste that window without even noticing. They wake up and immediately hand over control of their mind to social media, emails, headlines, and distractions. Then they wonder why they spend the rest of the day reacting instead of leading. If you want a different life, you cannot keep starting your mornings the same way. Success is not built by one extraordinary moment. It is built by ordinary moments repeated with extraordinary consistency. The first 10 minutes are one of those moments. They are small enough that anyone can master them, but powerful enough to change the direction of an entire day. The moment you open your eyes, your first decision matters. Do you reach for your phone or do you reach for your purpose? That choice may seem insignificant, but small choices repeated every day become your identity. Every morning you are casting a vote for the person you are becoming. If your first habit is distraction, you train your brain to chase distraction. If your first habit is focus, you train your brain to create focus. Your brain learns from repetition, not intention. It doesn't reward what you hope to become. It rewards what you repeatedly do. Stop telling yourself you'll be disciplined later in the day. Discipline doesn't suddenly appear at noon. It begins the moment you wake up. The first 10 minutes are your first opportunity to prove to yourself that your goals are more important than your comfort. Instead of filling your mind with noise, fill it with direction. Sit up, breathe deeply, and remind yourself why today matters. You don't need an hour-long morning routine. You don't need expensive tools or complicated rituals. You need intention. Even 5 minutes of focused thinking is more valuable than 30 minutes of mindless scrolling. Take a moment to express gratitude. Not because life is perfect, but because gratitude changes your perspective. When you focus on what you already have, your mind becomes stronger instead of weaker. Complaining drains energy. Gratitude creates energy. The strongest people are not those with the easiest lives. They are those who have trained themselves to see opportunity where others only see problems. Then move your body. Your body and your mind are connected. When you sit still and feel sluggish, your thoughts often become sluggish too. Stand up, stretch, walk, do a few push-ups, take deep breaths. Tell your body it's time to perform. Energy is created through action, not through waiting. You don't wait until you feel motivated. You move first, and motivation follows movement. Now ask yourself one powerful question. What is the most important thing I must accomplish today? Not 10 things, not 20 things. One thing. Clarity creates power. Most people are overwhelmed because they try to focus on everything. High performers know how to eliminate distractions and commit to what matters most. One meaningful victory early in the day builds confidence that carries into every other task. Protect these first 10 minutes as if they are the most valuable appointment of your day, because they are. If someone offered you $1 million to stay focused for 10 minutes every morning, you would do it without hesitation. Yet those same 10 minutes can build a future worth far more than money. They shape your habits, your mindset, your confidence, and eventually your results. Understand this truth. Your morning is not just preparing you for today's challenges. It is preparing you for your future. Every successful person you admire built their success through consistent daily choices that most people ignored. They didn't wait for perfect conditions. They mastered simple disciplines before expecting extraordinary outcomes. Your environment will always try to pull your attention away from your priorities. Notifications will buzz. News will demand your focus. Other people's problems will compete for your energy. That's why you must establish your mindset before the world interrupts it. If you don't decide what deserves your attention, someone else will decide for you. The quality of your focus determines the quality of your life. A distracted mind produces distracted results. A focused mind produces meaningful progress. That's why winning the first 10 minutes is about much more than having a productive morning. It's about proving that you are in control of your attention. Speak to yourself with purpose. Your inner voice matters more than any outside opinion because it is the voice you hear every single day. Don't begin your morning by reminding yourself of your fears. Remind yourself of your strength. Tell yourself that today is another opportunity to improve. Tell yourself that you will act with courage even if you feel uncertain. Tell yourself that consistency matters more than perfection. Confidence isn't something you discover. It's something you build. Every promise you keep to yourself becomes evidence that you can trust yourself. Every morning you follow through on your routine, you strengthen that trust. Every morning you quit, you weaken it. Self-confidence is built through self-respect. And self-respect grows when your actions match your words. Remember that success rarely arrives through dramatic breakthroughs. It arrives through quiet mornings where nobody is watching. It arrives through simple habits repeated when they don't feel exciting anymore. It arrives because you chose discipline over distraction again and again until those choices became automatic. Some mornings will be difficult. You'll feel tired, you'll feel unmotivated. Your bed will seem more attractive than your goals. Those are the mornings that matter most. Anyone can stay committed when they feel inspired. Growth happens when you stay committed despite how you feel. Your emotions should never become the manager of your decisions. Don't measure your mornings by whether they feel perfect. Measure them by whether they move you forward. Progress beats perfection every single time. One focused morning becomes one focused day. One focused day becomes one productive week. One productive week becomes one successful year. Eventually, people call it success, but it was really thousands of small victories added together. When you master the first 10 minutes, you begin mastering yourself. And when you master yourself, obstacles lose their power over you. Circumstances may change, challenges will come, setbacks will happen, but your response becomes stronger because your foundation is stronger. Every sunrise gives you another opportunity to reset your standards. Yesterday's mistakes don't have to control today. Yesterday's victories don't guarantee tomorrow's success either. Every morning asks the same question. Who will you choose to become today? Your answer is never spoken with words alone. It is revealed through your actions in those first 10 minutes. Win those first 10 minutes consistently, and you won't just improve your mornings. You'll transform your mindset, strengthen your discipline, and build the life you've been working toward, one intentional day at a time. Before the world has a chance to tell you what to think, you must decide what deserves your attention. Every single day, your mind is under attack. Notifications compete for your focus. Headlines fight for your emotions. Social media tries to shape your identity. Other people's opinions attempt to define your limits. If you don't intentionally program your own mind, someone else will gladly do it for you. Your greatest asset is not your money, your talent, or your connections. It is your ability to control what enters your mind and what stays there. Every action begins with a thought. Every habit begins with a belief. Every result begins with a decision. That means the quality of your life will never rise above the quality of your thinking. Most people wake up and immediately allow the outside world to take control. Before they even get out of bed, they check messages, scroll through social media, compare themselves to strangers, and absorb bad news from around the world. By the time they begin their day, they are already reacting instead of leading. They don't realize they have surrendered the most valuable resource they possess. Their attention. Attention is power. Wherever your attention goes, your energy follows. Wherever your energy goes, your results begin to grow. If your attention constantly follows fear, distraction, and negativity, don't expect confidence and success to appear by accident. Your mind becomes whatever you repeatedly feed it. That's why the first responsibility of every day is not checking your phone. It is checking your mindset. Ask yourself one simple question every morning: what thoughts deserve to guide my actions today? That question immediately shifts your brain from reaction to intention. Instead of allowing random information to shape your mood, you become the author of your own mental direction. Your brain is always listening to the conversations you have with yourself. Every sentence becomes a command. If you constantly repeat, "I'm too tired," your brain looks for evidence that you're tired. If you repeatedly say, "Nothing ever works for me," your brain starts filtering reality through that belief. Eventually, your thoughts become your identity. Upend those automatic patterns with intentional ones. Speak words that strengthen your focus instead of weakening it. Tell yourself, "Today I improve." Tell yourself, "I keep my promises." Tell yourself, "I finish what I start." These aren't empty phrases, they are mental instructions. Repeated consistently, they become beliefs. Beliefs become actions. Actions become habits. Habits become your future. Be careful what you normalize. If you normalize excuses, excuses become your default response. If you normalize discipline, discipline becomes automatic. Your standards quietly shape your destiny. This is why mastering small things matters so much. Every time you make your bed, complete a workout, finish a task on time, or keep a promise to yourself, you're doing more than completing an action. You're sending your brain a message: I am someone who follows through. That identity becomes stronger with every repetition. People often wait until they feel motivated before taking action. That approach almost always fails. Motivation is unpredictable. Identity is dependable. Don't ask yourself, "Do I feel like doing this?" Ask yourself, "What would the person I'm becoming do right now?" That single question removes emotion from the decision and replaces it with purpose. Guard your mental environment with the same intensity that you would guard your home. You wouldn't allow a stranger to walk into your house and leave garbage everywhere. So why allow endless negativity, criticism, and distractions to fill your mind every day? Not everything deserves your attention. Some conversations steal your peace. Some content weakens your confidence. Some habits quietly destroy your focus. Learn to say no. Not because you're better than anyone else, but because your future deserves protection. Every successful person understands one important truth: your environment shapes your behavior. If you're constantly surrounded by complaints, you'll eventually complain. If you're constantly surrounded by excuses, you'll eventually make excuses. If you're constantly surrounded by people chasing growth, excellence starts becoming normal. But your environment isn't just the people around you. It's the books you read, the videos you watch, the music you listen to, the conversations you repeat. Every one of these influences either strengthens your thinking or weakens it. Take responsibility for your mental diet. Just as unhealthy food weakens your body over time, unhealthy information weakens your thinking. One negative headline may not seem harmful. 1 hour of mindless scrolling may not seem dangerous. But repeated daily, these habits quietly condition your brain to seek distraction instead of purpose. Top consumption with creation. Instead of spending every spare moment watching other people build their dreams, spend more time building your own. Create ideas, write goals, learn skills, solve problems. Progress creates confidence far more effectively than passive entertainment ever will. Remember, your mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and repeated experience. That's why visualization can become such a powerful tool. Spend a few minutes every morning imagining yourself acting with confidence, discipline, and focus. Picture yourself handling challenges calmly. Picture yourself completing important work. Picture yourself becoming the person you've decided to be. When challenges arrive later in the day, your brain recognizes those situations because you've already mentally rehearsed success. Preparation reduces hesitation. Don't allow temporary emotions to rewrite permanent goals. There will be mornings when you feel tired, discouraged, or uncertain. Those feelings are temporary. Your purpose is not. Train yourself to act according to your values instead of your emotions. Small victories matter because they build momentum. Every completed task tells your brain that progress is possible. Every promise kept strengthens your self-respect. Every distraction resisted increases your mental discipline. Over time, these tiny decisions reshape the way you see yourself. Confidence isn't built through comfort. It's built through evidence. Every disciplined action becomes proof that you're capable of more than yesterday. You stop hoping you'll become stronger because you have evidence that you already are becoming stronger. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing they need perfect conditions before they can improve. They think they'll become disciplined when life gets easier. But life doesn't reward waiting. Growth belongs to those who practice excellence under ordinary circumstances. Your future isn't created by one extraordinary decision. It's created by thousands of ordinary decisions made consistently. Choosing focus over distraction, choosing action over procrastination, choosing purpose over comfort, choosing responsibility over excuses. Every morning gives you another opportunity to strengthen those choices. Every morning asks the same question: who is in control today, you or the world around you? The answer is never found in your intentions. It's found in your habits. Decide what enters your mind before anyone else decides for you. Fill your thoughts with purpose before distractions arrive. Feed your mind with ideas that challenge you, strengthen you, and move you forward. Protect your attention as if your future depends on it. Because it does. When you consistently program your own mind with discipline, clarity, gratitude, and action, you stop living by default and start living by design. The world will always try to shape your thinking, but when your mindset is built on intentional daily choices, outside noise loses its power. And once you master your mind, you begin mastering every other area of your life.